Say if I had a woman that was, living with me,
Yeah.
and she was my girlfriend, she doesn't need to make money as long as she makes my life easier to be able to make money. And that's just as much as a help as me making.
But the difference, my nigga, the difference is, my nigga, you can't do that. You can say, well, babe, how about you go make the money and I'll just help around the house and cook and clean and shut up. And you can't do that, brother. That's what he's saying. You gotta be the nigga that can make the money. You can't flip it around and she's the nigga that make the money, because guess what? She gonna get a nigga that make the money.
Stupid.
Here's the difference. It wouldn't work the other way around. That's my point.
Dumb
If she
motherfucker.
worked and
Why
you
not?
helped her out behind the scenes,
Why not?
it probably wouldn't work.
It's not probably. It's not gonna work. And if it does, it's temporary. It's temporary. There's no. This shit is not working. And if she do that, it's temporary. But I doubt she do.
Because women don't like to provide for men long term.
It depends on the situation. Depends on the person.
90+% of women do not want to be a breadwinner for a man ever.
That's
Ever.
not true.
That's propaganda, feminist propaganda. Women, if they out-earn their man, or they're in a position where they're in a leadership role, there's a very high likelihood they will leave you.
My mother's a perfect example of that. It's the complete opposite. So I don't.
Is she
agree.
with your dad still?
Of course.
Okay, and how long they been married?
High school sweethearts since they were, I believe, 18. They got married, moved here together.
And was your mom the breadwinner the entire time?
They were 50-50.
Okay, and then what is it now? Now she's the breadwinner?
At first, well, basically, my mom went to school. My dad worked. Then my mom worked because she got her degree, and
You
my
put her
dad
through school.
then went to school. And now they both work, and I would say that my mom has a more consistent and makes more money than my dad, and that completely discredits to a point of what you're saying, because there's a degree where my dad wasn't working assisting her.
Well, you
So-
also got to understand that anecdotal evidence, like based on your own personal experience, doesn't necessarily reflect the rest of the
No, I
world. So
agree.
though that might be your situation with your parents, which is
Right, that might be a great situation for your parents. Also, you said dad found her high school sweetheart, so that's what, 19 something? 1970? She doesn't have fucked up brain yet. Her brain ain't fucked up. Her brain ain't feminized, westernized yet, okay?
great. A lot of the times that's just not the reality. He allowed her to basically be able to go to school, and he
She put him through school. Yes,
That's
They both
very
put
important.
Each other through school.
That's very, very important. That's a pertinent fact to the situation. But again, like I said before, women, right, are not going to provide long-term for men the same way that men will provide long-term for women. Also, I think it's important to understand that your parents had a longer relationship, so by the time that everything planned out and she's being the breadwinner, she's a bit older. She might not be able to enter the dating market.